Nigga, I'm bye. That was it. That's it right there.
It's the X's and O's podcast where we don't claim to be experts, but got a little bit of experience with this thing called life. It's your boy Jeremy.
I'm Janae.
We're going to do things slightly different than what we will be doing in the future. We're going to just speak about how we got here, why we're doing a podcast, and then we'll jump into our foreplay, which is typically 2 to 3 subjects that we don't talk about more than 4 minutes. So, you want to lead off and how do we get here?
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm sorry, damn it. I said like I said. Yeah, edit that. You and your brother were supposed to do a podcast, years ago, a sports podcast, and you had all the equipment to do a sports podcast. That didn't really go well. You came searching and fumbling and crying to me about, oh my gosh, I got all this equipment. What am I gonna do? And I'm like, hey man, if you want me to be on your podcast, I will. It's no big deal, you know. And so we switched it from sports to relationships and business, actual relationships, and in general cultural topics. And yeah, that's pretty much how we got here on that. What do you think? What's your side?
You can see what I struggle with during our marriage. She doesn't explain things even when it's like her 4th time explaining it. Anyways, how we really got here was the fact that we still do kind of, be on the phone with each other for like longer than what we should be as exes. We ended up developing a much better relationship post our divorce than when we were together. But
Like a best friend thing.
yeah, just a best friend thing. But it was more or less, I thought our conversations alone were in depth enough as well as entertaining to go ahead, throw on wax and put in front of a camera. Personally, no, that's not what you said. That's definitely not. That's not what you said. You just keep swinging your legs. you know, the fact that now how we got here actually working together as 2 exes, what y'all don't understand is like, yo, I still want to choke her out. There's like, yeah, we cool.
We're not
like,
cool.
Facts, we're not. And our relationship might be better than when it was when we were together, which when we not cool, so you can imagine what it was like when we was together.
Don't know how to even, yeah.
I was drunk that night, I asked. Anyways,
Keep going.
more or less, let's call it what it is. A lot of humbling.
On both
A lot of humbling.
both halves.
The fact that we have a daughter together and we're both byproducts of our parents and fathers not being able to co-parent, put their emotions to the side and work together. And we weren't about to do that with our daughter Janai. And we actually ended up as business partners and co-hosts of the Exes and O's podcast that y'all are watching. Yeah. Unfortunately, but fortunately. You have anything to add there, man?
I don't have nothing else to add. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's just, you know what I mean? Well, moving on from how we got here to this wonderful podcast to actual subjects at hand. One of today's little foreplay topics is the Disney movie area, Little Mermaid. They did a actual reboot of it with the actual, how Disney does their, technology now, and everybody's playing the actual real roles now. And the representation was Haley Bailey, Chloe's little sister, Beyonce artist. He doesn't know anything. But she plays Ariel, and it was a bunch of mixed reviews. Of course, black people like, yes, representation, absolutely. White people like, oh my gosh, what if we put somebody in Black Panther, or what if we freaking change color purple or something like that? It just...
But didn't they do that with every Egyptian movie out? Hey. Egypt and Africa. My bad.
Hey, listen. Well, that... Speak on it. How do you feel? You know what I mean?
I mean, your boy be living under a rock, so I really don't know about the controversy, let alone that they came out with a movie. Little Mermaid movie with black representation, which is cool. I mean, personally, first thought, dope as hell. I got a little girl, of course. Why not? Absolutely. You know? She got black dolls. Everything black. I mean, representation is important, like we said. Absolutely. And we will get further into that in another subject. But, I think it's dope. The controversy, there's always going to be controversy. I mean...
Of course. You know.
I've just gotten to the point where it's like, yo, it just don't even faze me. I expect it, honestly. I just expect it at this point.
Yeah.
But.
That's true. I mean, again, I think it's dope. Of course, the same reason. I got a daughter. And, like, the only freaking representation for the longest was Princess and the Frog. So, yeah.
And she likes that too.
And she loves that movie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you know what's funny? I think I told you this, that my brother had told me something about how he stumbled across, like, again, telephone game saying or what someone else said, but still I thought it was quite intelligent in the fact that you could place a black actor in white roles and the story don't change. You can't place white actors into black roles because then that changes the whole entire story. You know what I mean?
And that's very factual.
And that that's where the outrage be deep down. But again, I could care less at this point. It sucks that it has to, like, you can't just come out with a good movie with just good actors. We can't just look at it as good actors.
Like, yeah, how did she do acting wise though, like without you?
Is the movie already out?
Yeah, it's on Disney.
Oh, don't you got Disney Plus?
No, but I figured y'all did, so.
Oh.
Yeah, she can watch it. All right. On to speaking of the next movies that have been dropping in shows and stuff, the Woman King movie. You know what I mean? Had great reviews. Came out last weekend. 19 million, shouts out to Viola. Get it, girl. I think that movie is dope. Another great representation for black women. Black women warriors is given the other side of how I realized this after watching a couple things, that it's giving the other side of the good of the angry black woman. Somebody said over Facebook, and I was like, I still don't like that angry black woman denotation, but
stereotype.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying of where, I guess where it's natural. I don't know, but it kind of made sense. But I think that's a dope movie. You wanted to talk about
your boy, what's his name? John Boyega? John Boyega. I just like saying his name. Okay. It's like Bodega.
Okay.
Hey, he out here talking about, what was he saying? He only date black women?
Naturally,
Could you bring a stormtrooper home?
A stormtrooper. I've said it openly. It's just a preference. Like I like my women black, and I feel Just separate from, you know, a political statement or anything like that. It's just they fine as hell. They, you know, melanin levels got to be over 75%. You know what I mean? Thickness got to be there. Style got to be there. We got to laugh at the same jokes. We got to bump to the same music. It's just got to be a flow.
That's right.
I mean,
And not just black women.
Melanin is popping, as he would say. The melanin is popping in this movie.
Hey, I'm with him.
You know, yeah.
I'm with him 100%. I mean, I believe in love has no color. And I believe, hey, who you love is who you love. However, I'm a firm believer, activist, advocate, the whole nine, demonstrator of keeping it within the community. But that's solely based on the socio-political times that we're in. That was before I had a daughter and anything. I used to sit there and envision fatherhood and future conversations. It's like, yo, what if I did have a daughter? And what if her mother was white, regardless of the fact that because I'm black, she would be considered black. And I didn't want her to question or challenge her blackness, given that her first representation of what beauty is or how she defines beauty, I said beauty.
Just keep rolling.
Beauty is through her mother. So I used to envision conversations like, yo, what? Because, you know, kids say the darndest things. I'll be darned. And it was like, yo, what if she was to come to me questioning her blackness? Because, you know, whether you're a little black boy or a little black girl, you're being bombarded constantly.
And what you are, what you classified as. But you, like, you ain't got that much black in you, but y'all, yeah.
What's acceptable, it's not acceptable.
Exactly.
But nonetheless, what if she was questioning her blackness and came to me on some, Daddy, am I beautiful? Yeah, of course, baby girl, of course you're beautiful. Is my black beautiful? Come on, black girl magic, you know it. And then it's like, well, do you like black? Do you love black? It's like, of course, I love you, don't I? Yeah. And then what do I say when she'd be like, yeah, but mommy's white? Ooh, checkmate. You know what I mean? I've yet to come up with a legitimate answer. So at that point in time, I was like, you know what? Just to help my daughter's self-esteem, to make sure that she always grows up, and as a young black girl, she can look at a black woman and be like, black is beautiful, and understand that when she sees her dad date, all I date is black women, you know? And it even goes beyond that, let's be honest. Hey, black's where it's at. Oh, it's not?
I mean, are we really going to say that right
Oh,
now?
you like black girls too?
Wow.
Hey, I'm just I learn new things about her every day.
Wow.
Even posts like, yo, see, that's why
I almost cut this whole goddamn on my.
That's why, man, you gotta make sure you know who you're marrying.
I will get up from this goddamn. Oh.
What's our next subject?
I almost smacked that off your goddamn head. The disrespect of this next subject. But actually, I do have a point somebody made. But next subject, bombshell that literally just dropped. Nia Long's husband.
Who is he again?
The coach.
Of what team? What sport?
Some lame ass team that just can't get over the hump in the Eastern Conference. I'm just speaking facts, honestly. Yeah. Not only did he cheat, got suspended for a year. Like, she got plugged in with the NBA. She went and called, like, listen, you know who I am. But yeah, cheated, and the girl, supposedly the girl plays basketball.
Oh, she plays basketball, that's for sure.
Yeah. Clearly.
That night she was.
She was, sticking and moving, doing a little, it's crazy, but yeah.
They was doing their love and basketball thing in the hotel room that night.
Is that so? But yeah.
Hey, listen,
He cheated on Nia Long. But I will say this before he even gets on his side or even I will say this, and it is a very valid point.
What?
Somebody pointed out, yes, absolutely, Nia Long got cheated on by her husband, blah, blah, blah. Jada Pinkett cheated on Will Smith, and we didn't have the same. They were like, the women didn't have the same outrage for Will and Jada, and same thing for that as they do for Nia Long. And I'm like, absolutely, touche. Absolutely, we always do. That's not nothing new. Yes, because y'all always do that.
We always do that.
Y'all, men will take a man's side, right or wrong.
Listen, I'm not here to take his side. I'm just here to sit there and say,
right,
bro,
mm-hmm.
How do I not know she didn't have a mean pivot? Wow. A mean jump shot. She could have had a mean jump shot. Or a crossover.
That's why we take
and a very attractive crossover. You're taking me alongside because of the age factor, and I get it. Older women sticking together because he's like, what, 10 years her junior? That's almost like our separation or something.
Wow.
He likes cougars, and that night he didn't want to go with the old Volkswagen. He decided, they're making new cars every year. Let me go try the new Challenger.
How's that work? We'll see how that works out for him. It's already not working out pretty good.
He gonna be at home working on that marriage.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't.
Oh, you think she deuces on him?
I'm sure.
I'm sure he got some moves up his sleeve too. He came with the X's and O's. Like, listen, baby, I got a game plan. This is how we gonna work it out.
No, because I'm pretty sure about time they got married, she was already on. So I know she probably has a prenup. Or they probably have a prenuptial.
He was in the league too. Let's not act like he's not a former basketball player.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
He won't know LeBron James, an all-star, but still.
She thought she was getting a lane. And I get it. Niggas be niggas.
Yeah, some of your past exes have been very questionable.
I know. Let's continue.
Listen, I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But I'm not even upset for my boy. It is what it is.
You see what I'm saying, y'all?
He shouldn't have cheated.
Absolutely.
But again, like I told you, bro, do you know? Listen, and I know everybody has had an older car. You just got to do so much more for that older car to get it revved up. You got to smack the steering wheel, twist the ignition, mess with that.
Nia Long is the older car that he has to smack up and get revved up. I just making sure that everybody understands what the actual...
Listen, I got experience with old Volkswagens.
Again, he's 2 years younger than me, so I don't...
That is a hell of a 2-year gap, man. Hell of a 2-year gap. There was a time with us knowing each other. I was in my 20s, you in your 30s. You old as shit. In my eyes.
That's a fact, actually, though.
You old as shit. But for something, I got a fascination for older women.
Yeah. Do tell.
What more is there to tell? Most of the women I've dated have been older than me.
Still? You still out there dating older women? Let's see how that goes.
Am I still out there dating older women?
The ladies would like to know. You be trying to throw me under the bus like, well, you got the mic right by your face, and I wonder why you got the mic. Who you trying to... Ladies would like to know.
I haven't even said no to put you on blast. The fact that you're going to sit there and tell them how I've been telling you trying to do that advertisement on getting a man.
Wow. You see what I'm saying?
See.
So, yeah, no, don't try to deflect. Let's...
Am I still dating? I am still single, if that's what you're asking, yes.
That's not
I'm still single.
That's not what
That doesn't mean the same thing?
No, you know. You see, guys, that That right there.
What?
You see? You never
I
do.
went on a date like, what? Not too long ago.
It's been a minute. If that person's, yeah.
It wasn't that long ago.
It's been.
It was still this year.
And with that, guys.
Oh man, stay tuned for next week when we'll run things a little bit differently. But again, it's your boy Jeremy.
It's Janae.
We out.